Well, today my shelving has finally arrived. I threatened them last night. I want a refund. They said, I will refund when it comes back to the depot. And I said, well, what if it's missing? Fastway couriers. I've not had one single delivery from Fastway that's either been fast or well. The last one, they just threw out of the truck and it ended up near, see my gate post? I'll see if I can zoom in. See the white gate post, right? It ended up on the ground next to the gate post, right? Safely delivered. Anybody could have walked past. Anybody could have walked past and grabbed it. They just threw it out of the truck. And lucky that my wife went out front, put some rubbish in the bin. She saw it laying there and she thought it was rubbish. Right? It was like a thick envelope. And it had like memory cards and a hard drive in it. And it was just thrown into our gateway. He didn't pull in, he didn't put it in the letterbox, he didn't bring it to the door, he just threw it into our driveway. This time, it's a week overdue. And because of who they are, and with their reputation online, I just didn't want to wait any longer. I just wanted my money back so I could go and buy a set of shelves. But then they said, I said, no, I don't agree with you waiting to get it back. In case what if you never get it back? I said, you don't know where the package is. The transport company won't communicate with you. You've already told me. I said, so if they don't know where it is, what if you never get back? I never get my refund. So no, I'm not accepting that you a return to sender before the refund. No. And guess what? The next morning it turns out amazing. Sometimes you just have to be firm and threaten people and things get done. So anyway, there it is. Do you want to see me put it together? I can do that. It's made in China, of course. Why can't it be made in another country but China, man? Why can't we make shelves in Australia? You know, $250. It can't be that hard, you know? I mean, you could easily make it out of 4 pieces of this angle iron, right? Press some hooks into it. You know, you should be able to make it in a factory for under $100. But no, some slave labor has to make it in China for either really low wages or no wages from steel, probably coming from Australia, right, sent to China, sent back here for a profit. It doesn't make sense, people. You know, that's probably made with Australian iron ore. You know, we just need a few refineries in our own country. We have I think we have the most iron ore in the world. And the easiest accessible iron ore in the world. And yet, we don't make our own steel. We ship it overseas. And companies like China have these massive polluting factories that don't have rules for pollution and just pump these emissions out in the atmosphere because they have no laws against it. At least if we had a refinery here in Australia, we would have regulations against the emissions. Life would be so much more simple if normal people were to run the place, honestly, and not power-hungry, greedy bastards. But anyway, I couldn't tell where it came from. It came from over east. Giantz. I don't know why the Z is crossed out. Giant, and then I don't get it. But apparently it's 4 shelves, 200 kilos per shelf. Apparently you need 2 people to carry these boxes. Oops. Sorry. I noticed that after I brought them here. I think 15 kilos is the limit here in Australia now. It used to be 20. But the maximum one person can now lift is 15. That one's 19. That one's 12.4. This one is 18 kilo. So 2 of them needed 2 people, but a single person dropped them off anyway. So sometimes these humanitarian laws don't always work. But it also depends too. A man like me or, a smaller man, it makes all the difference. Anyway, I'm going to unpack, make sure there's no damage. Because I think that's the funny bit. I said, mate, that's a funny way to pack a truck. And he looks at me and I said, most people do put the first delivery on top. This was stuck on the bottom. I had to hold back all his boxes and packages so he could pull it out from underneath. So I think it's been the back of his truck for a long time. I think my package has been the back of his truck for a long time. Everything's sitting on top. Because that doesn't make sense. Your first delivery of the day should be on top. Just makes sense, right? You're not going to unload your truck to get a package from the bottom at your first delivery. So I think it's a bit sus, don't you? I think he's been putting it off, dropping it off, and they just don't care. What I may do to save on floor panels is not lay floor panels under my shelves. I know it's going to look shit. I know. No, stuff it. I'm not going to do it. No. I'm going to lay underneath it. Because when you slide boxes and stuff under and there's a ledge there, it's annoying. And it would look shit too. Having concrete underneath. Even if I don't lay underneath the workbench, I reckon it would look crap. You either do the whole floor or you don't. I haven't been here since my last clip because of the pain. I told you that would happen. And today I have to go and have a procedure where they pump dye into my pump through my catheter because they don't trust that the catheter is disconnected as it says on the x-ray. One way I hope they're right and it's fine. Another way I hope it's wrong because that would explain all the extra pain, and also it'll give me a chance to put on an argument forward to move it so I don't have to wear this damn belt all the time because it's so close to my skin. It's always bruising and it hurts all the time, so I have to wear this belt. I wear a thinner one at night in bed, and you should have to do that. I haven't had to do that since 2003. So for, 18 odd years, I've never needed to wear a belt to protect my pump. And now all of a sudden I do. And in the mornings it hurts. And laying in bed it hurts. So I basically want the catheter to be loose and then say to them, while you're at it, put the pump on the other side and do it properly. I don't know if I'll get what I want. Anyway, we've had nothing but rain and it's dry in here. Even that corner, since I put the flashing in, is dry. Of course, there's a little bit of dampness because there's water outside. The edge of the concrete would be damp. There's no gutter on the back yet of the shed, but there will be. All in time. Or as I can afford it to. It's not just time, it's also money. So I was going to mark out the bay, the parking bay here, and I was going to count the tiles in here and maybe replace them with solid blacks in case there's oil leaks or anything like that. They're easier to clean. So if I just buy solid blacks for here, solid blacks for the middle here, I may have enough to finish up to the workbench, but I still have to work that out. I mean, they're 3 tiles wide. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 by 3. It's 36. The solids are 17, so 170, 340, 680. That's shit. Just this bit would be $700. No, that can't be right. It's 8, 13, 12, 24, 36. 36 times 17 times 36 is 360. 3, 7. It's about $650. So 650. Yeah. So that's close to the price to finish the shed with normal ones, open ones, the cheaper ones. I've got an email to see if they have any second hand. They haven't replied. I'm really trying to save money here and finish this. It seems a shame to have this and not do it properly. You know what I mean? To have such a beautiful floor and not do it properly and finish properly seems an awful shame. I'm a perfectionist. I can't deal with that. So anyway, this is getting a really long clip again. I'll just leave it as a clip, I think. And I'll show you the assembly of the shelves later. Bye-bye.